Howdy y'all, I just wanted to say hi again. Thanks so much for watching our show. It's been a lot of fun. Elsie and I are currently working, and hopefully Cherry too. She really is a beautiful doll. We are seeing if maybe I can join the next fandom talk video, which honestly will be a lot of fun. But I hope y'all are excited for the next blooper video. And welcome to the next show of the O Ship Show. See y'all next time. Thank you, Reese, for that great introduction, and welcome everybody to the O Ship Show. Elsie Rosie here, and I'm here to introduce you all to the bloopers of the original Golden FRONNIE comic. So guys, I absolutely love this comic. It's so cute, it's so sweet, and it doesn't actually have that many words. I'm gonna pull it up so I can have it right here. I gotta admit, guys, I am gonna do a favorite panel segment on these for some of the blooper videos because I think they're fun. And my favorite panel is the one where you get to see them snuggling, and it's just so cute. It's also, this is definitely gonna be a trend. I comment a lot on butts in my comic, fun fact, because, sorry, that kind of came out of nowhere. But like in the original comics, I got a lot of comments on how I draw butts. I don't know why. Everybody likes drawing butts, and I'm like, okay. But like I'm noticing, I'm like, this was the days before I knew how to draw the booty. But like, oh my goodness, this comic was so much fun. Also really ambitious for me because, guys, at the time that I drew this comic, Springtrap, like, didn't have his own game. He literally, because if y'all remember, Springtrap only officially appeared in a game in FNAF 3, like during his debut game when he was the main animatronic, yada yada yada. Main animatronic, he had the Phantom's boy, that dumbass. But like, that came out, I'm gonna check, March 2nd, 2015. This comic came out February 21st, 2015. At that point, we only had teasers of Spring. So Spring Bonnie. I don't even know if that name was released yet. I don't think it was. I remember it was so much fun because people were like, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Is it a her? Is it a she? I love it. I love it when Scott posts teasers. I love it when he like updates on us all and all that kind of stuff. It's so much fun. We were guessing his name. I remember there's a theory going around that Springtrap's name was Hybrid and that he was created from different like forms of animatronics, and like I love that idea. I have a feeling Scott may have like knew about that theory, or maybe he put it out himself, because that was reused later in FNAF Sister Location with Ennard. But I don't know nothing about that. No. But I freaking, oh my gosh. I'm gonna go back to the point. I love it. And not even with, because there are only 4 characters in this comic in total, literally. Spring, Goldie, Balloon Girl, and Balloon Boy. First of all, I had no idea that Balloon Girl was gonna become such a little brat in the upcoming videos. She's like, how unfortunate. That song gets stuck in my head so much. Oh my gosh, this bitch. But at the timing of when I made this comic, Goldie and Spring were such weird characters. They were kind of like Shadow Bonnie and Shadow Freddy at the time, because we knew they existed, but they were like blooper characters. Like Springtrap was just in teasers, and Golden was just, like, he appeared, but like if you did like, I think 1987 is when he appeared. Or if you were really lucky for some of the FNAF 1 games, like he would appear and jump scare you. Or FNAF 2, like sometimes he'd come and get ya. But like, beyond that, these 2 characters were very much like enigmas. We didn't know where they came from. We didn't know who they are. Who they were. We only really learned more about their backstory, I think, in FNAF 4, which is, I gotta admit, that's my favorite one because I loved the storytelling of it. I loved it. Also, I love the family dynamic that they explored. I loved that. That was so much fun. And I liked how we could move. We could actually, like, go and, like, open and close the doors. I am getting into such a big tangent right now. I'm sorry, guys. These bloopers are gonna be so sporadic. I love it. Woo-hoo! Oh my gosh. But back to this comic. I can be focused. I had coffee today. This is why I'm a little crazy. No, I love coffee. But concerning this comic, I literally, as I said earlier, I drew it all in one page. Like I drew on the front, I drew all the panels of Goldie and Spring. On the back, I drew the picture of Balloon Boy and Balloon Girl. And the original reason why I drew Balloon Girl and Balloon Boy, like being the little monstrous little bitches that they are in the comic, it's because I really didn't like Balloon Boy's design or Balloon Girl. They just kind of annoyed me when I watched, because I watched Markiplier play FNAF 2, and I've played through FNAF 2. And like, he was like, he hated Balloon Boy. And honestly, my first response was, that little bitch. Like, I didn't like him either. I had no idea that Balloon Girl was going to end up being such a brat, as I said earlier. I'm like, where'd this girl come from? But the idea for Goldie losing his hat actually came from the fact that I don't like drawing them with hats. Like in the first comic, you guys can see that Freddy wasn't really wearing his hat for most of the video, and that's because he said, I think I said it in the comic, if I didn't, I'm gonna say it now, that he takes off his hat when he is feeling nervous. And in this one, Goldie took off his hat first, and Goldie didn't choose to take off his hat, the balloon children did, as a prank, and that really freaked Goldie out. And it freaks Goldie out because he always wanted to be ready to perform. That was his big thing. Because when he was an animatronic, he always had to perform. Or he always had to be ready for someone to get into his suit and perform as him. So he always wanted to look his best. So these two little bratty children taking his hat, that would have been the end of the world for this little baby. And it was really nice. So, but because of Spring and Goldie being so ambiguous and so, like, we didn't know really anything about them yet, I decided when I made this comic to keep it much more, not loose, but, not much dialogue. Like, I wanted Spring to appear just kind of like a chill, like, I really like the idea of Spring being like a very chill, hippie kind of dad, where he just wants to listen to music and hang out with the fam. That's kind of his whole thing. He's like a very chill, grumpy old man dad. I love that vibe. He's just very chill and very chill. And Goldie is a very anxious being who needs to be protected. I will never let that go. He needs to be protected. I love Goldie so much. I don't know why. Like, I love Goldie being a soft, precious bean. I also love Goldie being a terrifying motherfucker that he is in the original games. I love Goldie. Also, guys, yellow is my favorite color, so that might be a big reason why I love these two so much. But this comic was just so much fun, and looking back at it, as you guys can tell, I really like it. I'm really surprised at myself because I don't know if I've said this yet, so I'm just gonna say it now. When looking back, I remember, I was like, how did I do this whole comic in one day? I remember that I posted every 2 hours that day at school. Literally every 2 hours, I would post a new picture of these two. And I finished by the end of the day at school. But I'm like, how? Just how? How? Also, why? Why did I do this to myself? Oh my goodness. Why? It's such a cute comic and I love it, but I'm like, oh my goodness. If y'all think I'm ambitious now for starting a YouTube channel, y'all should have seen me back then when I was all crazy. Oh my goodness. It was so wild. I'm like, how did I do this whole thing in one day? I'm very like now, like the current comic, the one at the time of this recording, has been going on for 3 years. And it has like 2 different timelines, different dimensions. It's so confusing, honestly, but I love it. In the current comic, there's a lot of talk about different gender. There's talk about magic. There's talk about all different things. And there's so much that's in the current comic that when I'm looking back at this other comic that I did all in one day, I'm like, this is amazing. Like I'm not so much like spooked by it like I was my last comic. I'm more like, this is something I am really proud about because like it was so much fun to do. Also, I took 2 characters that we knew barely anything about and I was like, these 2 are gonna be in a relationship. And I just, oh my gosh, I loved it. I love 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 it. I loved working with this comic. It was so much fun. This comic, I think, is definitely like, it's just so sweet. Like, I don't have any cringy lines from it besides like, GB. I used that nickname once. Never use it again. That panel, I'm actually checking my Instagram now. That panel actually did not appear in the original comic. I just wanted to put it in because I knew that the first comic, since I did it all in one day, and I think it's like 6 panels, it's really not that long. And I'm like, y'all deserve like a nice beefy comic. Like, give you some good stuff. And like, I know my voice sounds amazing, but like, y'all should be able to like hear and see more pictures than just hear my voice. So I'm like, I'm just gonna add this for fun. I'm actually checking to see when I actually published that one, because it was close. I think I did it before, but yeah. Also, I wanted to say the beginning of the comic, like where you see Spring in a closet, that was a reference to one of the teasers that we saw with Spring. At least looking back at it, I hope it's a reference to that. Because in one of the original teasers of Spring, we saw the iconic scene, at least I think, me being an awesome human being, I personally think that the original scene where we saw him was, ooh, I found another picture of Goldie and Spring. I am so gonna, sorry guys, I am currently looking at my Facebook, not my Facebook, I'm looking at my Instagram. Who is Facebook? I'm not an old lady, ha 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 ha. But guys, I'm looking at my Instagram and I'm trying to find when I posted that middle picture. It's the one where you see, where Goldie and Spring look a lot smaller. I think they're talking about the hat. I found it! Woohoo! Because I'm like, when did I post this? It was different from the original one. Guys! Oh my gosh, guys, this is so cool. Okay, so I just found the picture, and I'm gonna post it here or something. But literally, I posted it on February 10th, 2015. That's 11 days before this comic. This was the prequel! Oh my gosh, that's so cool! That's so cool! I didn't know that! Oh my gosh! That's so cool! Oh my gosh, I love that! Oh! And guys, since I actually, fun fact, at the timing of this recording, I haven't actually edited the comic yet. I'm doing that after, because I'm trying to do it where like I make all the footage and then put it in edits, because I'm a smart bean. I'm gonna include this cute scene where they're like smooching at the end. Just for like fun things at the end of the comic maybe. I'm gonna try to fit it in. If not, I'll show it to y'all here. Because it looks so cute. And Goldie and Spring are so cute. I love Golden FRONNIE so much. Oh my goodness. This whole blooper video is just gonna be me fangirling over Golden FRONNIE, isn't it? In my defense, they're adorable. And they have so much fun. And there's so much to their characters. Also, I went through a weird phase. Don't dive too deep into my Instagram for this reason. But I went through a weird phase where I shipped Goldie with everyone. I shipped him with Spring. I shipped him with Marionette. I shipped him with Mangle. Oh my goodness. 2015 me. What were you doing? Oh my goodness. To all my people who stayed on the comic that long and read the original comic and stayed with me during my 2015 years, thank y'all so much. I was such a weird bee. Oh my goodness, I love it. I had so much fun. It was so much fun to do this comic. But yeah, I'm thinking of like any more fun facts, and honestly, I'm like, nah. The biggest thing that I can say is more just like a fun fact is that the closet that we see Spring in the beginning and the one that Golden hangs out with him in, that is, I don't know if I should share this yet. I'm tempted. I'm just gonna give y'all a little sneak peek. So this isn't the next comic, but it's it's after the next comic, yeah? The next time we see Goldie and Spring, let's go with that. The next time we see them, we actually found more about Spring, and we find out that in the 3rd game, he has gone, like, he was locked in the back room. And in the back room, he was found, oh, sorry, you guys shaking a little bit? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spook you guys, I'm sorry. Is that better? Okay, cool. But guys, so in the FNAF 3 game, which I know, freaking creepy, also, I still really love that game. I love FNAF 3. Eee! I want to play it so badly. Hi! Sorry, guys, I have my dog on my lap, and he got spooked by all the fangirling that I'm doing. But he's being such a good boy. Yes, you are. Mwah. Good boy. Go back to sleep now. He's good. He gets spooked when I make loud noises, and I can't blame him. But where was I? Did I just have a train of thought? Fuck. Sorry, that was loud. But in FNAF 3, we find out that Spring was actually boarded up in a back room. And that concept, that is used a lot the next time we see the Golden FRONNIE. It's actually the big part of the story. You learn a lot about Golden FRONNIE in that comic, and you get to see them reunited. And I feel bad, but I really liked the idea of Spring being locked away in a closet. I don't know why. I thought it was kind of cool, especially because the more we learn about Spring, he's so complicated. Like, we learned out that the original version of him was a female, so I'm like, but I want him to be a male, so he's trans. And there's going to be a comic about that. Actually, I'm thinking it might be in the Nightmare comic. I might need to do like a separate comic. We're going to figure that out soon. But look at me again. I'm getting on tangents. I'm sorry, guys. This video might be really long. But honestly, y'all deserve some good content and a lot of me being a goofball. So here you go. But yeah, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time on The Oh Ship Show. Mwah. Thanks, you guys.